So this is my 3 years of my body transformation and my Looksmaxing guide. I hope you will like it. So yeah, let's get into it. So the number one most important part and the thing that you can change the most is your body. Your body is the base of you, the foundation. And what really got me to this point is my story when I first started it. So when I started weightlifting and I've seen those big bodybuilders, I thought to myself that stop. I don't want to get that big. It doesn't look good, and what if I get too big? Maybe I should stop it before it's too late. So when I started, I knew that I don't want to be that big bodybuilder. Then what to do? So I learned and watched videos, read a book about it, and came to a realization. You will never get too big without steroids. So you want to be attractive, want to be muscular, but don't know what to do. As I said, after I started weightlifting for 2 years, I didn't know what I was doing. Sure, I didn't want to get too big, but then what? When I went to a personal trainer, he asked, what's my goal with fitness? And I was surprised. I didn't know what to say to him. So I said that usual thing that I just want to be healthy and I want to be muscular. He just laughed, and this is when my transformation started. So get into weightlifting and focus on specifically to build an aesthetic body, the body that all the women will like. You need to get that V shape. You want to look like a Greek god, like the Asian Greek gods. So the five most important muscle groups. First is the neck. This is the part of your body that is always seen, even if you have a t-shirt on. You can work this muscle by hanging off a bed or a bench and just bringing your head up, like me doing this in this video. Do 40 of these every single day and you will see the results as you progress. You can use weights, but first I recommend using your palms as I do in this video and just pushing your head a little bit as you bring your head up. Well, as I said, neck is one of the most important parts. They don't always see your body, but your neck is always visible. The second one, the delts. Here is specifically your lateral shoulder, like your lateral delts. I would say that this is the most important part of your whole physique. It makes you wider and your waist automatically look slimmer, which is what we really want. As I said in the beginning of this video, that V shape. Doing lateral raises with lighter weights will build up this for you. And what I really like is Arnold presses. It focuses on your front shoulders but also your lateral shoulder. It just builds up that well-rounded shoulder. The third one, the upper chest. This will make your front look more developed. It gives a tone to your shoulders, to your whole chest. This is what makes you, I think, more developed. It makes a huge difference on your body. This was the first muscle group that people noticed on me when I built this muscle group up. It definitely makes a huge difference, trust me. My favorite exercise is incline bench press with dumbbells, or you can do it on a Smith machine, but of course with barbell. The fourth one, the lats. So this is what really gives you that V shape. You can have broad shoulders, but you won't get that V shape that you really want if your lats are small. People usually think that it's the shoulders that makes that V shape, but it's actually the lats. This is what gives the base of this whole V shape. There is so many good exercises for this muscle group, but my favorites are lat pull downs with wide grip, or you can do it on machines. The fifth one, the abs. The six pack that everyone wants, the muscle group that everyone is so obsessed about. You probably heard that everyone has abs, you just need to lose fat. No, this is a stupid advice. Abs is a muscle just like chest. You need to do exercises to grow it. And the best is the flat leg raise. And To have visible abs, you need to lose fat, yes, but you also need to do exercises for it. And having a strict diet without sugar and with a lots of vegetables will get you abs 100%. So, after all those things, it doesn't mean that you only need to do exercises for these muscle groups. No, train the rest of your body too. Just give these muscle groups more attention when you do them. Focus on them more. And that's it. Oh yeah, and before I forget, there is a really good book by Michael Matthews called Bigger, Leaner and Stronger. This is very good for diet and for beginners for exercises. Don't specifically focuses on building aesthetics, so that's not a book that you really want on that, but this is really good for diet and like when you first start off. So here comes the second part of this video, like the good looking head and face. Boys, get a good haircut at least every 3 weeks. The best feeling when you have just got a fresh haircut. It's so refreshing and that fade looks so good on everyone. But well, this usually lasts like for a week or so. If you don't want to go to barbers or you have or you don't have good experiences with going to a barber shop, just try new barber shops. Find the best that suits you. And if it's money, well, I would say that if you are young and you don't really have income, you just ask your parents. But in this case, I would say that the 3 week period would be the best. Because yes, haircuts can be expensive, so you either get some summer job and make some money for the rest of the year. Well, of course, if you are in school, or as I said, you ask your parents. Haircuts really worth the money and the time. It gives you a nice and fresh look. And if you don't know what type of hair would look good on you, just ask the barber what type of hair is good for the shape of your head. For me, and what I really like is the undercut style, and that's what I really want to achieve. But just take some time and look after this topic. See what type of hairstyles you really like. So, for the face, moving is the number one best thing that you can do every single day for the rest of your life. Viewing is basically just your tongue posture. There are plenty of other videos to explain to you this better. How can you check that you are moving or not? Is take some spit in your mouth and just swallow it. And when you swallow and your tongue is on the top of your palate, that's the tongue posture that we want. So here, the second thing is like low carb diet. It removes the water from body, and this advice is actually from First Man. So keep the water out of your face by drinking 4 liters of water every day and maybe eating around 80 or 100 grams of carbs per day. Eating vegetables, meat, eggs, fish, nuts, usually just protein, focusing on protein. In the morning or before gym, you can eat carbs. This is when you really want to eat your carbs because it gives you energy for the workout, like oats or whatever you like. But first, actually, you need to build some muscle and then get lean if you want that lean face. Lean face is like an achievement in a game. Like getting a lean face is one of the most important male features. There are like thousands of examples of men who did it. So if you clicked into this video, I would assume that you want to make some changes. So of course you will do it. Swallowing techniques. Try to only use your tongue when you swallow and the way that you want to swallow and the food and drink. Just like when you are checking if you are moving or not, as I said, you only want to use your tongue because people are usually chew like this, like they put the food in the half of their mouth and this works these cheek muscles. Try to keep the food in the center of your mouth. Just chew in the front of your mouth. So, this is my Looksmaxing guide for men and young men. This is what I learned so far, so you should check out other guys on YouTube if you want more knowledge on this topic. I'm just a young guy who is on self improvement and want to give advice for other men. Well, I hope you learned something and take care.